So it was at a point where I guess if I didn't grow, I would almost shrink. So there's only two ways you can go. No one stays the same. Most businesses out there, if you're not growing, you're shrinking. And I'm pretty sure I heard, another motivational speaker or Instagram person say that, because you know people staying the same. If you think you're staying the same, someone else is growing and they're taking business from you.
Yeah.
So if I'm not growing, I gotta figure out why. Or why am I not growing? Do I have to open another business? Do I have to figure out another person? Do I have to, bring something in that's gonna make us different than everybody else? So that's another thing that kind of keeps me going to that next growth spurt or next location. But it just keeps you on your toes, right?
I talked about that in our last podcast a little bit, just about people's like internal thermostat is like when things start to get too heated, people will cool things down.
Yeah.
And they get to this, like that, they want to be in that comfort zone. You're not growing unless you're outside of that.
Oh, you have to. And once you feel comfortable, like I took a little year off there just to like get everything in order, make sure the business where it was at. And I'm at a point now where like I feel uncomfortable that I'm not growing. I feel like we're out of the rhythm. We were doing it so well and so good. Like we were opening a new store every 6 to 8 months. Some one of my stores open 4 months from the other one. And we were in such a good rhythm. It was just like natural. Like, hey, you just did that grand opening. You just did that outreach. Keep going. Like we had a system for opening stores. And I was like, I have a group. I'm in a franchise that wants to keep giving them to me. I'm in a group that wants to keep growing with me. And if I say no, now I'm slowing everybody else down. So I didn't want to become that person that was like slowing other people's futures down. So no, it definitely played a big factor into the growth of like where I came from or where I took. And a lot of it came from, I guess, kind of what my father taught me how to do. But I would say none of it really came from like school. School let me know that there was just something out there that has somebody or something out there has really faced those problems. And there was a guide that I could have looked to or referenced to that could have helped me. And like, what did they do in the situation? Is nowhere near similar to like our situations we're in. But it's more like a mentorship that if someone did it and they figured it out, I should be able to figure out a way. It's just another excuse not to say no, or I'm not giving up.